Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share an energy read for the Divine Love Collective. So, down the left hand side, this is for people that are in a twin flame dynamic or soul to soul, or however you would like to, whichever wording feels good for you. But it's all about people who are on an energetic journey back to each other. And so, down, these are Sandra and Taylor, the Energy Oracle deck. And what I do is down the left hand side, this is your divine counterpart. So if you're watching this video, then this is the person, this is the energies of the person that you're thinking about, or your twin flame. So in what's going on in their head, what's in their heart, what they're wanting, and then also what is the key thing to know for them. In the same way, then, I do the same for you. So this is your energy. If you're watching this video, this is what's going on in your head, what's going on in your heart, what are you wanting, and then also the key thing to know. And then also go through what's the crowning energy, what's the energy in the middle between the union, and then also the grounding energy as well. And I am going to pick a Whispers of Oracle card at the beginning. So I will do that at the end. So Whispers of Love Oracle as well as a message they want to give. So this message, actually I did, if you follow my videos and if you go back to the message from earlier today, I was talking about the number 27, and that is the energy of walking away from everything. Because in the Whispers of Love Oracle deck, which I pulled this morning, the card that came through was 27, the spiritual connection. That this relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. And I was talking about in this video that 27 is all about the energy of walking away from everything and really becoming more and more aware of the spiritual connection between you and your twin, and that this relationship is really here to break down barriers and to break down, and this connection between you both is getting stronger and stronger and stronger. So when I came to do this energy read, I was not surprised at all to see the walking away card on the divine counterpart side. So again, you know, the synchronicities are just wonderful, and is just a really nice, you know, confirmation again from the universe that you are on the right track. So it's okay, just keep on going. Now, so what's going on in their head is this seeking, wanting to have balance in their life. And this is all, you know, basically wanting to have balance because actually when things aren't in balance, the one thing that we do really seek is that balance. And it's because there is the pull of the heart is pulling them towards moving away from everything in their lives that isn't love, right? They're wanting to close the gate on the past and move through towards the twin flame energy, which is here. And so this is also number 9, which is, you know, the end. It's sort of like coming to the end of things, because what's at the heart of them is victory. It's also number 28, which is 10, which is new beginnings. So there is this, the heart is saying, I want to be victorious in the golden energy, right? Look here, this card is covered by the golden energy. This is all about lifting ourselves into that space, walking away from energies that we no longer need, walking more and more into the strength of the twin flame energy, which collectively, you know, we are all part of a whole, and that energy and that power source is getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and it's all pulling us towards the light. So the fact that in the heart of them they have this sense of victory because the golden energy is filtering through into all of them to want to have new beginnings is, you know, is a really nice message to get, because the heart is saying we're going to be victorious. We're going to be victorious in this. And that's why the head is saying, I want balance because my heart is pulling me in a certain direction, and it's making me feel, you know, that I'm seeking that balance. Because what they're wanting then So this is the door to value. So this is in order to bring in, this is study 1, which is 4. 4 is all about creating a strong, firm foundation. And this is about wanting to have that financial security. Wanting to, and it could be, and it doesn't necessarily have to be financial, but it can be practical as well. So in very often, when we're moving out of certain situations into and wanting to have a fulfilling relationship, then the practical foundations need to be made. And that's one of the things around this twin flame journey, is that there is a real sort of, even though we're changing out of boundaries and mixing that up, it's also, there is this very traditional element of wanting to be able to care for you and look after you. And so that's why they're wanting to have this financial, basically a strong foundation practically, in order to be able to move on. So in order to be able to move forward with the connection as well. Because then what's the key thing for them to know is this here, which is the masks are off, but there is the attachment still to creating the change. So, and this attachment is around this not being in this, financial position, practical position. There are things that need to be walked away from in order for this connection to come in. The key thing to know is the energy that they're taking away from the union is the walking away. So the pull of the heart into victory, into a new beginning, is meaning that more and more the masks are coming off, more and more the desire to move out of all of these attachments is stronger and stronger and stronger as we progress. So the next one, so that's on their side. So the key thing is they're seeking balance. At the heart of them, though, there is this pull towards the golden energy, this victory of the heart, because they're wanting to basically move out of the situations that they're in. But there's this practical stuff and money stuff and things that are holding them back, that's challenging them, which is why they're having to, which is a bit of a blocker. They want this blocker, this financial and practical stuff to move out the way. So what is it there in our heads then? And this is, again, so much mirroring, because what we're wanting is for all doorways to open so we can be in our love connection. This is number 6. So it is saying, just as they're thinking, I want to be moved out of the attachments that I'm in, I want to have my stability financially, so I feel that I can move out and away from the situations that I'm in. We're thinking the same thing, because we're thinking we want all of our doorways to open so we can be in this love connection now. And because of that, then what that is causing, and also that's causing about, this isn't just about them, this is about everything, about all of the doorways to the light in our lives. So financial freedom, basically moving out of jobs that we don't want, moving out of relationships that we don't want, moving through barriers, right? This is, look at this, the doors are sort of like being flung open, because actually every pathway is leading to the light. So in our heads is everything about where can we go more and more and more to reach more and more into our own light. And so this is again where crazy mirroring is going on, because what is at the then the heart of us is this anxiety. And the reason why we have anxiety is because the energy that we're taking from the union is then the man holding a coin, holding the coin of truth, right? The soul. It's number 43, which is also love you. And so because they have anxiety around feeling attached to the situations that they're in and money and all that sort of stuff, we have anxiety because of that, because literally they're here holding the coin and this is what's holding them back. And because we're being held back, then it's creating some anxiety. And this is all about frustration. So frustration has been a big energy to work through. Anxiety, frustration causes anxiety. It's like a loop that you can get yourself in. And so that's, but that is happening again for a reason, to push forward through the boundaries, right? Through to realizing that every doorway is opening for a reason, and it's happening because it's pushing you into more and more light. Because then, what the key thing to know for us is coming more and more and more into our power, expanding with the cosmic heart. And also the great thing about this is 37, which is 10, which is new beginnings, which mirrors what the divine counterpart has. They have the victory in their heart space, which is 10. So this is the expansion of the cosmic heart into the golden energy. The key thing for us is, again, expansion into the cosmic heart with golden energy, because we are stepping more and more into our power. The solar plexus, you know, you can do some solar plexus clearing, loads of stuff on YouTube around that, do some meditations. So, because then we have what we're wanting, and we want, again, mirroring crazy, it's the balance, it's the past life contract. It is seeking to have balance because we can't necessarily see what is happening with our physical eyes. But we are seeking balance and seeking this past life contract to come into the physical now. And wanting this, wanting to have the balance, wanting to have everything that we can't see, everything that we see with our third eye and the spirit and everything, we're wanting to be able to take the blindfold off. Very, again, crazy in sync with the divine counterpart, where the masks is coming off, right? And so for us, this is just to be aware of this, because if you're feeling anxious, this sense of frustration coming up, all of those things, that is coming up to, again, to be let go of, and you're mirroring each other, because they have on their side, there is the masks are coming off. They want to move out of the situations that they're in, but they can't at the moment, because ultimately everything is in divine timing. And therefore, there is nothing that anyone can do to hurry it up. It just is down to believing in the divine order of everything and trusting that it will happen at the right time. So the crowning energy is 44, which is woman holding a heart. And this is why it's also quite lovely, because this whole energy is very, very kind of like supportive and compassionate, right? Because at the top we have the divine feminine, which is you, and at the bottom as well, the grounding energy is all about being able to appreciate the journey. The green, right? Healing, sacredness, and it is appreciating the journey that we're on it together, and we're all working through these energies, moving more and more into the expansion of the golden energy, the twin flame energy, which is at the heart of the divine counterpart, to create new beginnings, and is the key thing to know for us as well. More and more into our power to bring in these past life contracts. So, but just a little word of warning, this sense around anxiety and frustration, it's there because it's helping you step more and more into your power. As you let it go, you expand more and more into believing in the cosmic heart, the growth, the expansion, the trust in the journey, the trust in the divine timing. So finally, I'm going to do a Whispers of Love oracle as to what message. So let's have a look. It is, no way. I mean, seriously. Look at that appreciation. It is receive with love and appreciation. Receiving something lovingly from others is a way of showing love. Okay, so it's about receiving this connection, being open to the connection, and not necessarily needing to sit in the physical. It's about appreciating the beauty of it in every aspect. So a simple consideration is to be courteous when someone is trying to give us something. The angels encourage us to be able to graciously receive as an act of kindness. Allow